Hey, what is up, ladies and gents? My name is Prashil, and welcome back to my channel, the home of everything art and tech related. And I just want to say before we kick off this video, I hope you all had a great Christmas. Right, so this year's been pretty damn crazy, so it is nice that it's starting to finally kind of wind down to a close. And yeah, in today's video, we are going to be looking at the UE Boom 3 in Violet. You already knew that from the title. Let's get into the video. And as you can see, this one is, well, from the title, you pretty much already know that this is actually a UE Boom 3, but when I purchased this, my mom unknowingly decided to wrap this because she thought this was one of the gifts I had bought, and so I guess we've ended up with a Christmas special for the channel. So yeah, I guess this is, I mean, since we already know what it is, I guess we can just get straight into it anyway. So yeah, this Christmas wrapping is courtesy of my mom. So yeah, thanks for that, Mom. And it turns out she's actually pretty damn good at tying these bows. Wow, she's actually really good at this. Maybe I'm just not good at opening these. I'm not too sure yet. I haven't decided, but I promise you we'll get to the first impressions soon, just as soon as I can just get this opened. But anyway, I hope you've all had a great Christmas, got plenty of presents and all of that stuff. This is alright, with the bow pretty much off, finally, let's get into the actual product itself. I feel really bad having to tear this up, but, well, she knew what she was getting herself into. And there you have it, what we were actually here for. So this is the Ultimate Ears Boom 3 in Violet, and while I do admit this is actually going to be gifted to one of my friends, I am just gonna open it real quick and have a try it out first. And as you can see, the price says $280, but I actually in fact got this for $180 New Zealand dollars. I don't know what the conversion is, and I'm too lazy to put it up, so you can go and have a look at that if you want the US figure for that. But yeah, let's actually get into the opening. Now I'm just gonna use a ruler because, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As you can see, you've got a tab here which you can just hold and just slide it up, or maybe not. Nope, there's another bit of tape just to cut off with the trusty ruler. Alright, now let's get into it. So actually, before we get into that, let's just have a look at the box itself. So the front, you've got the product, you've got a very, I guess, paid to look excited girl holding it, and on the back you've got its features. I guess you've got the Bold 360 sound, which is their, I guess, their highlighting feature, and you've got just a couple of specs here. So it's got 360-degree sound, 15 hours of battery life. You've got the magic button, which I guess we'll figure that out. You've got drop proof from 1.5 meters. I'm probably not going to test this, and it does have an IP67 waterproof rating, which is very interesting. I'd say that's pretty much one of the most, I'd say that's a pretty handy feature to have, actually. Alright, now let's get into the opening of it itself. So you just slide it out likewise, and you've got, again, the Ultimate Ears logo here. Alright, sweet. Let's open this up. Oh man, it really does feel like Christmas. And there you have this beautiful violet color here. And just off the bat, it says you can download the app and explore great other features. So remote power on and off, equalizer, party up. Alright, so this is the actual product itself. I don't know what this was, but just from the top, just to help it slide off. And so this is the actual product itself, and you can see that it actually looks really nice in person. I gotta say, the violet, I was a bit skeptical, but no, it actually looks really good. And you've got some tabs here Get rid of that. Yeah, this actually really looks stunning. I guess you've got the tab for charging here. And I wonder if you can pull this. Nope, you can't. We've got some of the buttons up here. And putting this aside, we've got the actual charging cable, which is... Honestly, this just reminds me of spaghetti. I don't know why, but just honestly reminds me of spaghetti. But yeah, you've got the charging cable, which is USB 2.0, I'm guessing, to... Oh, this is interesting. You still have micro USB. So no type C here. It's still micro USB. And a very, very neatly and tightly packed manual, which is in various languages. Important safety compliance. I mean, you can pause the video and have a look at this if you really want to. But we're not going to be needing that. So I'll put that back in the corner. And yeah, that's pretty much the unboxing. There's really nothing else there. Alright guys, so when we return, I'm going to have this set up and we can actually do a bit of a test to see what these speakers actually sound like. And then I will maybe try it out for a little bit longer and give my final verdict on this. Be right back. Alright guys, so I was finally able to get the Boom 3 connected to my iPhone via Bluetooth through the app. And so now that it's on, I can change the volume and everything, turn it on and off through the app, which is pretty convenient. And now let's actually test out some music.
Brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but they see where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And the critic, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in that. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. Blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like bro. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, just saying I'm the man. Fast, going mainstream.
Alright, so that was pretty much the sound test. And you know what, off the bat, I think it sounds not too bad. I'm going to test this a little bit more and I'm going to give my final verdict. So now moving on for my first impressions. It's been a few days and I've used it for, I'd say, about consistently for about a day and a half to 2 days now. And I gotta say, these speakers actually do, or this speaker I should say, definitely packs a punch. It can get up to 90 decibels, which is pretty damn loud for the size of the speaker. So the speaker itself has two 2-inch drivers and two 4-inch passive radiators. And combined with the conical design, it allows for 360 degrees of audio. Obviously, this is actually pretty handy, especially when compared to other speakers that don't have this kind of specific or unique 360 degree audio design. So in that sense, it has an edge there. Now moving on to the sound quality itself, and I will say this, you know, the overall sound quality is pretty decent for what you're getting. But if we were to nitpick a little bit more, I would say that, you know, when we're talking about the bass frequencies, it was, in my opinion, lacking a little bit of depth for the size of the speaker itself. Now going on to the treble frequencies, it kind of has similar problems where there is a little bit of a lack of clarity in the top notes. Now don't get me wrong, these speakers do have decent quality. It's just that if you were to take it to the other level and just kind of nitpick a little bit more, you'd find that, you know, these speakers aren't perfect. And I think for someone who's really, you know, who's an avid music listener and someone who really cares about sound quality, they will be able to kind of, you know, hear the difference as opposed to just your average consumer. So if you're not too big on sound quality and you don't really mind, I would say, you know, it wouldn't be too much of an issue for you. Now, if you aren't too happy with the default equalizer settings, you can change them. And there are 4 presets that come pre-installed which you can change in the app. I found that there wasn't really much of a difference between either of these settings. So you can play around and tweak those to your heart's desire, I guess. Alright, moving on, we're going to talk about the portability. Alright, so in terms of portability, the UE Boom 3 definitely does seem to check all the boxes. It is light, it is portable, it's easy to carry, and I'd say that, when it comes to portability, it definitely does shine here in this category. Now, moving on to the actual Bluetooth connectivity, I would say that it is pretty solid, and the claim of the speakers being able to be used up to 150 feet away is actually in fact true. I tried it myself and it does work. Alright, so my last point I want to make about the UE Boom 3 is the battery life. Now, the battery life is claimed to be up to 15 hours, and I found with my regular use, I could only get up to about 8 to 10 hours. 10 hours on a good day. So, that claim of 15 hours is pretty bold, but I'm not too sure how they tested it, in their own facility. But yeah, and I'd say with real world usage, I'd say it's about 10 hours. All right, so my final verdict. Now, coming in at about $130 the UE Boom 3 comes in at about $20 more than the previous generation. Now, is this increase in price justifiable? Well, the thing is, I'm still on the fence about that because the upgrade seemed at most incremental. There's nothing evolutionary about this or game-changing about what they've done. And so I feel that, at this price point, at the standard price point, you are paying, I'd say, a bit of a hefty amount for these speakers. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think they're great all-around speakers. And I think, anybody would be able to appreciate, the quality that's put into these speakers. But at the current price of $130, I would say hold off until, I guess Boxing Day. If it's, if it's already happened, just buy it on sale. That's what I would 100% recommend. Don't get it for the standard price. Wait till these go on sale, and then I think it's a bargain. I think if you were to buy it for its standard price, you'd either have to be, very desperate and there's no other good options around, or you just, you don't care. But I think to really get the most out of these speakers, I think it's probably best to purchase them on sale. So that was my final verdict on the UE Boom 3. I think they're great overall speakers, but for the really avid music listeners who really care about the sound quality, I'd say there are, better options like the UE Mega Boom 3s, which have improved battery life and better sound quality altogether. But they are more expensive, so I guess, you win some, you lose some. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. Was I able to sway you to purchase these or kind of sway you to hold off until it was on sale? Tell me what you think. Thank you for watching, ladies and gents. My name is Prashil. Peace. Oh, but before I go, I wish you all a Happy New Year. Peace.